What's up, guys? It's your boy CinaMatics right here. Forgive me for doing the video like this, but you know, I'm just trying to get creative. Maybe this will help you enjoy the video. But if you're interested in finding out the difference between a prime lens and a regular lens, this is the video for you. Stay tuned.
She making it shake like she moving the ground. Hold it, hold it, hold it down. Hold it, hold it, hold it down.
All right, so what is a prime lens and what is a regular lens? Actually, not a regular lens. The actual terminology is called a zoom lens. Because one zooms and one is prime, it doesn't move. Not Optimus Prime, but just prime, and not a prime number, but they're just prime because they don't move. That's the first thing. So I'm going to show you the difference between a prime and a zoom. So this lens here, which is a 40 millimeter. See that there? Let me bring that up close for you guys. It's a 40 millimeter. This is a prime lens. It does not move any further than 40 millimeters. Any picture you get is only going to be 40 millimeters. The only way that you can really zoom on this lens is by moving the lens or getting closer to the subject or further away from the subject. That's the only difference with trying to actually zoom with a prime lens. You have to use your feet. A zoom lens, by contrast, two things that you will notice different between a zoom and a prime lens. A prime lens only has one focal length. That's the correct terminology. Only one focal length there, which is 40 millimeters, if you can see that, right? And this zoom guy here, he has two focal lengths. And this is a 55 to 250, right? So that means that I can get from 55 millimeters up to 250, which means that's a lot of coverage of area. So now, so as you can see, I extended it. That's 250. That's what it looks like. And that's 55. That's what 55 looks like. The zoom lens, the advantages of the zoom lens is that it gives you a wide variety of focal lengths that you can choose from. So any focal length that you want to shoot between 55 millimeters and 250 is your domain. This particular lens has stabilization in it because it's important when you're doing video, especially because when it's focusing on video, it's like and that can mess up the actual video. The lens that I'm using right now is an L. It's a 17 to 40 millimeter. It is also a zoom lens, but because it is L for lavish or luxurious, the red lens, I would pull it off and show you, but I can't do that and record at the same time. So yeah, but that lens, I actually have it at 40, which is actually this lens. I want to show it to you. Just give me 1 second.
7 hours later.
Yeah, so I just did a quick switcheroonie. Are you guys with me? Yeah, so I'm actually shooting on the 40 prime lens, and I do want to see the difference between that one and this one, because this is my baby right here, man. I don't know what it is about that red line, but when you see that red line, you know somebody means business.
Yeah, they mean business.
Then I couldn't believe.
That's not the point. I just think that the red lens is fire. This is another example of a zoom lens. But as you can see, when you get to the top tier or the higher echelons of Canon lenses, they will come with the red flag, so to speak. And really, honestly and truly, it doesn't even matter if you have a red lens or a regular camera. Most of your work is done in post. Most of the work that you do as a photographer or videographer is done in post-production, where the editing process and all of those things come in. But yeah, that's basically the difference between a prime lens, which you're watching me on. This is the 40 millimeter. I cannot zoom. I can only, let me put it in manual. This is the only thing I'm able to do with this camera. That's about as much of a zoom as I'm gonna get on this joint. That right there, but it blurs it and bringing it all the way back. Blurs it again, so I'll do that back in auto. Okay, so yes, prime lens don't move. The positive aspect about the prime lens that you are watching me on is that it has a different sharpness. And they usually have, I think, lower f-stops. The f-stop on that is a 2.8. The f-stop or the aperture on this one is, yeah, this is 1.4. It's an L lens though, so I guess it doesn't really count. But as you can see, L lens 1.4, that 40, that pancake lens that I have on there is a 2.8. So f-stop meaning that it's letting more light. Lower f-stop means sharper images, which prime lenses are known for. Zoom lenses, on contrast, they're more flexible. They're able to perform a wide variety of shots and a wide variety of applications, but they may suffer a little bit when it comes to image quality. And I'm sorry for keeping the zip line on here. I didn't even know that that was in here this whole time. Nobody told me anything like that. In class, I was just showing you the difference between the lenses when you're choosing to get your camera so that you're aware. And the 18 to 55 is usually the stock, but I didn't want to show you the heat that I have right here. Once again, your boy CinaMatics, please subscribe. Please hit that notification button. Leave some comments there. And see you in the next one.